Hello, welcome the students. We shall start the new topic, that is connective tissue. Connect means to joint, which joins the different parts of the body like bones to bones, muscle to bones, and also it helps in the transportation, means it carries the different it carries the main substances or the materials which are required for the cells from one parts to another. That's why it is known as connective tissue. Means to connect. First one, in that cells are found in the matrix having widely spaced. Means suppose this is the matrix in which cells are embedded. The cells are found, the wide space are found. Means the space are widely spaced. In these two types of elastic fibers, white fibers like that fibers, that one of white and one is yellow. These are fibers. Yeah. And this and its function is depend on the maturity of the matrix. This is the matrix on which cells are embedded. And what type of maturity is of matrix, the function is depend on that. And second, because it is a hard structure, and also in the connect bone you will see that, so it provides support and keeping them at their places. Means all the organs are placed at their positions due to the connective tissue. हमारे बॉडी के अंदर जो भी organs है वह सभी अपने अपने जगह पर प्लेस है, स्थिर है इस कनेक्टिव टिश्यू की वजह से। तमाम हड्डियां अपने जगह पर ये है, तमाम मसल्स अपने जगह पर जो फिक्स है, स्थिर है, दैट ऑल आर ड्यू टू connective tissue. Now the different types of connective tissue. The first one is fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue means is found, it's a connective tissue but found in the liquid forms, and that's why it helps in transportation, so it is also known as vascular tissue. So, and this fluid tissue is of two types. One is blood and second one lymph. These two are blood and lymph. दो तरह के होते हैं, एक blood और एक lymph. Blood, first we shall discuss the blood. Blood is composed of two parts. One is plasma and next one is blood cells. The percentage of plasma is about 55 and the percentage of blood cells is about 45. Means out of 100% in the blood, 55% are plasma and 45% blood cells. यानी blood में लगभग 55% प्लाज्मा होते हैं और 45% blood corpuscles या blood cells होते हैं. Now we shall start see the plasma. Plasma is one of the components of the blood. ये क्या ब्लड का एक घटक है, एक पार्ट्स है. इट कंटेन्स अबाउट 90% वाटर, जिसमें पानी बहुत ज्यादा पाया जाता है. एक्सेप्ट अबाउट 7% प्रोटीन, 0.9% inorganic salts and others. That are the composition of plasma. And next the blood cells. Blood cells or blood corpuscles that are in the body, in the blood. Three types of blood corpuscles are found. One is the red blood corpuscles, second white blood corpuscles, and third platelet cells. Red blood corpuscles is also called erythrocyte, that is leukocyte, WBC, and then thrombocyte. So these are the three. Now the red blood corpuscles. Now the red blood cells usually in this manner, this type of cells are red blood cells, understand, in which the main constituent hemoglobin is found. it is the pigments. It carries oxygen. एक क्या करता है, ऑक्सीजन लेके जाता है. हीमोग्लोबिन, एक्चुअली दिस हीमोग्लोबिन मीन्स देयर आर टू वर्ड्स, हीम एंड ग्लोबिन. हीम प्लस globin. Heme means that is iron, plus globin is a protein. So hemoglobin is composed of heme plus protein, means मतलब लोहा और प्रोटीन के मिलने से हीमोग्लोबिन बना होता है. और when it, and it is denoted by Hb, when it combines with oxygen it forms HbO2 यानी ऑक्सी hemoglobin. तो ये यानी ऑक्सीजन का यानी क्या नाम, we can say that it carries the oxygens from one parts to another parts, from the lungs to all the other parts. So this is about the one of the main constituents. Next one, WBC. WBC, that is white blood corpuscles. It is also called leukocyte, and it is also called soldier of the body. It is called soldiers of the body. ये हमारे बदन की सैनिक है. It protects the body from external infection, means protects the body from external infection. So from external infection or also from internal causes, it protects the body. That's why it is called soldier of the body. WBC is the soldier of the cells. It protects the body from the external infection. And it is of following types: basophil, eosinophil, and the eosinophil you know better because due to this the cough takes place, and when the percentage of eosinophilia increase, the disease is known as eosinophilia. eosinophilia एक नामी मतलब हमें डिजीज है जो हमेशा तुम लोग जानते हो. जब eosinophil की मात्रा बॉडी में ज्यादा हो जाती है तो वो eosinophilia होता है, जिसकी वजह से हमेशा खांसी होता है, जो दैट इज जिसमें दही और मछली इन सब खाने से इन्फेक्शन होता है. नेक्स्ट, तो बेसोफिल, यूसिनोफिल, लिम्फोसाइट, मोनोसाइट्स. तो क्या होगा, बेसोफिल, यूसिनोफिल, लिम्फोसाइट, मोनोसाइट. ये neutrophil. These are the 5 types of the WBC, and they have their different works, which will you study in the next classes. Now the platelets, that is thrombocytes. Platelet is important constituents of the blood. It helps in blood clotting. It helps in blood क्लॉटिंग. ये ब्लड क्लॉट करने में सहायता देता है. जब कोई एक्सटर्नल इंजरी हो जाता है या कट जाता है, ब्लड ब्लीडिंग होने लगता है, तो ड्यू टू दिस प्लेटलेट इट क्लॉट्स जम जाता है. अदरवाइज द फ्लो ऑफ ब्लड विल गो ऑन and that causes this. So this is the platelet cells that is important. It helps in the blood clotting. Achha, one thing you know that sometimes it is asked that why the blood in our body do not clot. कभी कभी लोग पूछ देते हैं कि ये ब्लड जो है जम जाता है आउट ऑफ द बॉडी, लेकिन why in the body it does not clot. So that is due to the presence of heparin. The blood do not clots in the body, and then when there is any wound or cut, the blood flows out of the body. जब कहीं कट जाता है तो ब्लड आउट ऑफ द बॉडी आता है. व्हेन कम इन कांटेक्ट ऑफ एयर, जब ये हवा के संपर्क में आएगा तब इट विल स्टार्ट टू क्लॉट, एंड दैट्स ए बिग प्रोसेस. समझे? एंड अबाउट दैट यू विल स्टडी इन द क्लास 11 or 12. That is clotting of blood. Just you should know, you must know that the blood do not clot in the body due to heparin, and when it comes in contact, the thrombocytes, that is thromboplastin, like that, the thrombin proteins, and that due to that it clots. So it helps in clotting. Now there are the blood cells. That is blood of 3 types. Blood cells. One is red blood cells, WBC, and platelet cells. Lymph. Lymph is also a connective tissue, means it is also a fluid connective tissue. It is also a fluid connective tissue. It flows in the lymphatic system, which contains lymphatic vessels, lymph node, and it contains blood cells. Understand? Proteins. It is actually when the blood flows in the vessels, there are some portion, कुछ चीज होते हैं, some blood cells ooze out or jump out from that, and they stored in the interstitial spaces, and then they form the lymphatic lymph, and so it also helps in the protection of body from external infection. It also protects the body from the external infection. So that is about lymph. So these two, blood and lymph, are the fluid tissue about which we have studied. Now the next one is skeletal connective tissue. It is a skeletal connective tissue. It forms the framework of ये हमारे बॉडी के ढांचा को बनाता है। दैट इज इट इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स। Skeletal connective tissue is of two types. One is bone, next one is cartilage. Bone and cartilage. Bone, it is the hardest connective tissue. Connective tissue, because in the body it is the hardest connective tissue of the body. Next, bone cells are embedded in hard matrix. This is found in the hard matrix. It is embedded in the hard matrix. The cells are called osteocytes. And so the study of bones, are called, cells are called osteoblast. A study of bones called osteology. Bones are composed of calcium carbonate, calcium phosphate, and a protein called ossin. So these are bones are composed of calcium carbonates and calcium phosphate and a protein ostin. So the doctors refer to take calcium for the स्ट्रांगनेस ऑफ द बोन। इसलिए डॉक्टर्स जो है कैल्शियम खाने के लिए कहते हैं ताकि हड्डी की मजबूती हो। नेक्स्ट, होलो बोन्स आर filled with बोन मैरो। होलो बोन जो होते हैं, खोखले लंबे बोन्स जो होते हैं, समझे, दे आर फिल्ड विथ बोन मैरो, and from this bone marrow the red blood cells formed, and because they are hard in structure, so its main function is support and to give strength to the body. It supports the body, it strengthens the body. Now the next skeletal tissue, that is cartilage. It is elastic in nature. This elasticity is due to contain a protein. Elasticity is found due to a protein that is known as chondrin, found in nose, ear, trachea, larynx, joints of bones, and due to elastic in nature, it gives the elasticity and also helps in joining the bones. So this is about the cartilage, and before this there also we know that this is a bone, this is also bones, this is the bones, and this is muscle fiber. So bone and bones and bone with muscle fiber, how they connect with each other. The bone and bone that also connected by a fiber, and these are also connected by a fiber. Means muscle connected to bones and bones are connected to how. Sometimes it is asked how the two bones are connected and how the muscle is connected with the bones. Okay. So the two bones are connected by ligaments, and similarly muscle and bones are connected by tendons. So sometimes it is asked how they two are connected to that. Means ligament connects the two bones and the tendon connects the muscle with bone. Now the next one is, that is alveolar tissue found between the skin and the muscles, just below the skin and above the muscle it is found, and also found around the blood vessels के चारों तरफ पाया जाता है, नर्व्स और बोन मैरो, इन सबों में ये पाया जाता है. सपोर्ट द इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स, जो इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स को सपोर्ट करता है, एंड द मेन फंक्शन इज इट हेल्प्स इन द रिपेयरिंग ऑफ टिश्यू. टिश्यू जो डैमेज हो जाता है उसको पुनः बनाने में ये हेल्प करता है. Next, finally, adipose tissue. Adipose means fat, like found below the skin and between the internal organs. ये below the skin पाया जाता है. Cells are oval, round, and filled with fat globules. It is the main function identification of the adipose tissue. Means cells are filled with fat globules, and it acts as a insulator. Means insulator means it prevents the loss of heat from the body. यानी बॉडी से हीट नुकसान नहीं हो या निकले नहीं, उसको ये क्या करता है, प्रिवेंट्स करता है, रोकता है. तो दैट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ एडिपोज टिश्यू. इट एक्ट्स एज ए इंसुलेटर, मीन्स इट प्रिवेंट्स द ये लूज ऑफ हीट, इट प्रिवेंट्स द लूज ऑफ हीट from the body. So we have studied these types of the connective tissue. In the next video we shall start the muscular tissue system.